Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Thank you for being here. My name is Andrew, coming to you from beautiful Costa Rica. Today's topic is going to be, will I heal? Yes, you will. Think about that for a minute. Guys, if you like the content, please subscribe. So this is going to be a different type of video that I'm going to see how you guys like it. And it's a question that I receive so frequently on chats, on emails, and etc. The question is, will I ever heal? Will I heal from this relationship, this toxic relationship I was a part of? And the answer, I'm going to tell you right now, is yes, you will. This comes with many caveats though, and it comes with much dedication and devotion. I'm going to jump right into it. You see, on the healing path, what you need to do is you need to understand who you were with, and that this was a toxic relationship, and that in fact it did not benefit you. It was a one-sided relationship, and the person you were with, again, business associate, lover, friend, colleague, whomever, they were manipulating you, and they were tricking you and trapping you, and they were extracting your energy from you. Energy is a huge thing. So is your time. So is your empathy, your love. So are all of the resources you possess. And this is what this individual wanted to extract from you. Now, the healing path, which I mention frequently, it is certainly not linear. It's anything but linear, which means you will have some good days, some not so good days, and in between, you may take a few steps forward, maybe you take some steps backwards, but the point is, as long as you are headed in the same direction, which is on the direction of healing, that's why it's called the healing path, then in fact you will heal in time, in your time. Keep in mind, there is no magic wand that can be waved. There is no magic pill that can be consumed that will allow you to heal. It's not like you have a common cold, let's say, and you took some medicine and boom, you're back to normal. It doesn't work that way. This is a journey. This is a path. This is a way for you to become awakened and rediscover who you are. You see, this journey you're on is all about you. It's always been about you. It's just that during the relationship, you fell prey, you succumbed to the other toxic individual, and we know exactly who they are and or were. They portrayed themselves to be somebody that they were not. They wore a mask to manipulate you. They had you spinning on that hamster wheel, working for them, and to do anything under your power or within your power to contribute, meaning your finances. You gave your finances, you gave your love, your empathy, your time, your social circle, perhaps your job. You kept on giving, and you gave and gave and gave to a fault, until one day you realize, wow, this person is not who I thought they were, or perhaps they discarded you. And then that's a whole different video. And if you were discarded, my heart goes out to you. However, if the relationship ended recently, or whenever it did, my heart goes out to you also, because nobody should be in one of these toxic relationships. They're just not good. They're some of the most cruel and deceitful and manipulative relationships on the planet. They can test somebody to their core. They can push you to the brink. Many times they do. Many times people post-relationship, post-toxic relationship, and you know what I'm speaking of, they don't make it. Now, I'm not trying to be graphic or dramatic, but they don't. And the reason why is because they're pushed so far, and perhaps they don't come out on the other end of the dark night of the soul. Perhaps they believe there's nothing worth living for, and they don't make it. Many others don't experience the dark night of the soul. Many others do make it, however, they never get the education. Why? Honestly, perhaps they don't have internet connection. Perhaps they don't have the access to the tools that you have. Perhaps they don't have the craving, and they just chalk it up as a toxic or not healthy relationship. See, not everybody on the planet is as educated as you are, or has the opportunities that you have. Play that again, it's a fact. Not everybody has a smartphone. You may believe that they do because perhaps most of your friends or all of your friends have one, but there are billions of other people who don't have smartphones or don't have access. Think about those people for a moment. Having said that, will I heal? Yes, you will. You will, because you're on my channel. And again, thank you very much for being here. You're getting wisdom. You're sharing your experiences and your insight with the community. You're digesting this thing, this toxic narcissistic relationship, and you're understanding that it didn't benefit you, and that in fact what you need to do is to heal. So one thing I want to let you know is, while you're watching this video, and I'm going to talk about so many more things here, but one thing is, while you're watching this video and consuming content to better yourself and to educate yourself, what do you think the other person is doing right now? That's right, they're manipulating other unsuspecting people, and they're jumping from person to person, business to business, relationship to relationship, blowing these things up. That's how they live. That's how they exist. That's why they have no remorse. That's why they don't give people closure. That's why they don't care about you. That's why they never cared about you. That's why they will never care about you or anybody. You see, these people are parasites, and you were a host for a period of time. You did not know what you were getting yourself into, but my hope is now you're becoming awakened and aware and understanding that these people do exist. Having said all these things, yes, you will heal. It's going to take time, though. It's going to take a lot of time. It's going to take your perseverance. It's going to take your commitment. It's going to take your dedication. It's going to take your willingness. It's going to take your discovering yourself and finding this third version of you. Because, like I mentioned frequently on the channel, there are three versions of you. Remember, there's the version of you before you met this person, who turns out to be the narcissist. There's the version of you when you're in the relationship with them, and then there's the version of you post-relationship. This is when you will heal. But again, it's not like you can just wake up one morning and you feel good and you feel everything's good. This takes time. It takes inner work. It takes reflection. It takes going back into your inner child and understanding that perhaps you had wounds which led you to meet this person and strike up a relationship with them. All of our paths we're all headed in the same direction. We're just taking different footsteps. What that means when I mention it is that all of us are human beings. We're all on the planet, but we've all lived different life experiences to get us to this point in time. That's a fact. Think about what country you're from, what language you speak, who you surround yourself with, what your life experiences have been. This is illustrating what I'm mentioning. But many people ask the question, will I heal? Am I going to get through this? The answer is, you will when you put the work in. You will when you become serious about it. You will when you take your time and learn and discover who you are and what role you played in the relationship. Now, I am not suggesting that there is any blame in the relationship whatsoever. It takes two people to be in a relationship. The difference here is that you did not have the wisdom, you didn't have the education about the narcissistic abusive cycle, and now you're getting it, or perhaps you have it. The other person who turned out to be the narcissist, they knew exactly who they were, and they knew that they would manipulate you for a period of time, which was the length of the relationship. Then they discarded you, or you left them, however it ended, and many times, that's it. They just disappeared. And you may question yourself, where did they disappear to? Why am I so hurt? Why am I so broken? How come I have to heal? And they just go off into the moonlight. The reason why they go off so quickly, and why they do, simply is because they have other sources of supply. Other people that don't have the education on the narcissistic abusive cycle. And these people will be the next new supply, and so on and so on and so on. That's the way it works. So while the narcissist is out, you may think that they're having their best life. I can promise you they're not. On top of that, you have a mountain of work to do. And I don't say that lightly. You have to invest in yourself now. You have to process all the rumination that you'll be going through, the sleepless nights, the why you put them in front of yourself, the why you gave, perhaps financial abuse, perhaps parental alienation. The list goes on. And believe me, I could talk about this for a week straight. I'm mentioning to you, though, because I receive this question so frequently, will I heal? And I will tell you, if you really put the work in and you really understand this message, that now is your time. You are the priority, and you have to put your energy into yourself. As I mentioned so frequently, where you place your attention is where you place your energy. And when you're in this toxic relationship with this individual or individuals, you placed your attention and energy on the relationship and that individual. Now that you're removed, you have to put yourself back together. You have to heal. You have to process things. You have to become educated. You have to understand that there's so many layers. There are so many layers of this thing called narcissism that you have to peel back. And you really have to understand who you are, who you were, and who you want to be. Play that again. You see, after you experience a toxic relationship like this, there's one of two things that's going to happen. You're going to continue to stay in the narcissistic fog and not actually take the proper steps to heal and get the education and get the wisdom and get the help and get the assistance and give yourself a break and be nice and kind to yourself. Or you're going to fight and you're going to understand that this is my time. And yes, I have other people around me perhaps that are counting on me for certain things, but perhaps let's take a job as an example. Yes, you need your job, you need to work, but post-narcissistic relationship, you have personal issues here, personal things you have to process, and healing is the path. You need to understand that there is help available with content like mine and many other channels, and there are therapists and there are books. There are so many ways to get educated, but you will need to do this because nobody can do it for you. So as I mentioned so frequently, in time, in your time, that's when you will heal. Now, I can't promise anybody anything. I can tell you from firsthand experience, if you really want to get through this, you will do it. But it will take commitment, dedication, devotion. It will test you to your core. There will be times when you will feel like giving up, meaning you just don't want to get out of bed, or you don't want to do certain things. Perhaps not eating for a while. Perhaps your sleep will be tested. You will have to learn how to block the narcissist. You will have to learn how to go no contact. You will have to remove all flying monkeys. You will have to block and not associate with all people or any people associated with the narcissist. These are all steps. These are all parts of the healing path. And that is exactly what you must do, among so many other things. There's so much mental, emotional, at times physical, certainly financial damage that is done to you by the narcissist along the journey, along that relationship. Now it's time to put yourself back together and become as strong as ever and become galvanized. So like I said before I close the video out, will you heal? If you place all of your energy into yourself, get the help, and understand that if you really want to heal, and I know you do, you will. That's the way, that's the path. Anything that you place your attention on this planet called Earth is where you place your energy. And that's what you must do now. So guys, understand, again, this is a different kind of video, but I wanted to share it with you because this is a question I've received so frequently. And I firmly believe that you can do anything you want to on this planet if you're committed, if you're dedicated, and if you are absolutely 100% resolute and you focus on yourself. And this is the time to do it. Then you will heal. It may take longer than you're anticipating. Maybe it won't. But there's no race. The thing is, that my hope is that each and every day you're improving, taking little steps going forward, maybe a couple big steps now and again. But the whole idea is you are moving forward. That's what you must do. So guys, I'm going to close the video out. It was more of a serious video, more of a educational and inspirational video to let you know that you can do it. You can do anything you want to. You just have to focus. And if you got discarded and or the relationship ended recently or it's about to end, you need to focus on yourself. This is serious. It's real. This is your life. You must battle for yourself. Guys, that's the video. I hope you liked it. I loved doing it from beautiful Costa Rica. This is Andrew. Namaste. Have a great evening. Stay true, stay blessed. Continue to become awakened and aware and understand. Question, will you heal? Answer, yes, you will. But you're going to have to put a lot of work into yourself. You're going to have to become dedicated, devoted, driven, determined, and understand you will get through this. No matter where you are on the planet, I love you. You are not alone. Continue to be resolute. Continue to be strong. Continue to invest in yourself. And you will come through that on the other side, I can assure you. God bless you. Have a great afternoon. I'll talk to you tomorrow. I love you guys. Have a great night. Bye-bye.